This is Serena with Embroidery Treasures, and what I'd like to talk to you about today is lettering. Now, we all have stitched lettering. We've created the lettering that we want in computer software, or we've created the lettering that we want on our machines and stitched it out. It's very simple. One of the very first things you learn to do when you have an embroidery machine or have just bought one. But there are a ton of different fonts that you can choose from. Every software program is different. Every machine is different. Usually your machine will only have anywhere usually from a couple to 10, 15 at the max, different kinds of font that you can use. But with computer software, basically in many programs, you're unlimited as to the different kinds. So how do you choose what kind of font is the best for whatever project you're doing? Good question. Depends on what you're doing. If you're doing something more elegant, you're going to choose something more cursive. If you're doing something more kiddish and playful, you're going to choose a kid's font. I'm going to give you an example of something that I'm actually stitching for a friend. She wanted basically a company name, business name, embroidered on some fabric so that she could finish this quilting panel and give it to them. So already on the panel is some lettering. So immediately when I saw this and she said, "This is what I want stitched on here," I thought, I'm going to try to find as close as I can get the lettering that matches this panel. It gives it some cohesiveness, it gives it continuity to it, and it's going to eliminate two different feels in your kind of lettering. Okay, so let me show you this lettering. It's actually a gardening panel is what it is. You can kind of see here. And I'm just going to kind of put this up on my computer screen, and then I'm going to zoom in so you can kind of see this lettering a little bit closer. But you can kind of see it's kind of fun, kind of whimsical a little bit. The design pattern itself, the characters are very whimsical, and you can tell in the lettering it has a whimsical feel. What I really, really loved about this are these little curly cues off of the ends. It gives it such a whimsical, neat feel to it. You notice the little swirl here off of the Y, the G, the N. So I'm going to do my best to find something that is not too heavy. It's a lighter font, and it kind of has a little curl, a little whimsical feel to it. Now, I did look through all of the fonts on my computer, and I did not find that exact one. Let me guarantee you right now that you are not going to find the exact font most of the time that matches every single thing. There are just hundreds and thousands and millions of fonts out there. But with Bernina's software, you can use TrueType fonts, which is a font that your computer uses, and you have your basic fonts that Bernina's software provides, but it also lets you use those TrueType fonts that are already on your computer. So it gives you a ton of possibilities. Okay. First of all, I'm going to show you several fonts and kind of give you an idea. Remember our whimsical, lightweight feel that we want this to look like. The font I have on here is Drifter, I believe. Let me look here and see. Yes, it's Drifter. It's one of Bernina's basic fonts that comes with their software, and you can see it's a heavier feel to it. I actually like this font. I've done this on Christmas stockings a lot. I really enjoy this font. If you want a bold, thick look, it's wonderful. But that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm going to scroll through here and see what other kind of fonts that I can come up with and see. Here's a Flare script. Let's look at that one. That one isn't bad. It's still got a heavier feel to it. So I'm going to keep scrolling here a little bit more. And these right here are the fonts that Bernina has actually digitized and has in their software. Lisa. Oh man, I love Lisa. Lisa is a font I use many times. It has an elegant feel to it. It's very easy to stitch. There are no little thread jumps in between each letter, so you don't have to go and cut your little threads in between those. That's another plus on that. But I'm going to keep scrolling because that's more elegant. That would work. It's a little lighter feel to it. Old English obviously is going to be very heavy. This one is the quilting text. A quilting text is going to be have a very quilting feel to it. It's basically a single straight stitch stitched several times to give it a heavy look, almost like a triple straight stitch. But that's not quite what we're looking for. I'm going to keep scrolling here. And you can see I've run out of these basic Bernina fonts. If you look at these up here, these are the ones, the Zurich through the AbiScript, all through here are the ones that Bernina has digitized. Now, when I keep scrolling, basically what I'm bringing up down here are TrueType fonts that are on my computer that Bernina software is recognizing. And if you look, you have a little TrueType font symbol right here. It's a little gray T with a blue T overlapping it. That means it's a TrueType font. And you can see it shows me the fonts right here of what it looks like. This one wouldn't be too bad. This one is actually might be a little tough to read. It's, you know, I can't even exactly read what it's called, but it's a different kind of font. That's a TrueType font. That wouldn't be too bad. When you do TrueType fonts, it may take a little bit longer for it to show up on your screen because Bernina software has to actually digitize it as it's bringing the stitches up because they're not pre-digitized into the software. That one wouldn't be bad. It's kind of got a whimsical feel to it, but I'm going to still look some more. So I'm going to scroll down. This one is kind of fun. ABC Kids, if you're doing something childrenly related, this one is so cute to use. Again, I'm in the TrueType fonts. So the ones that are showing on my computer screen may not be on your computer screen because what it's bringing up is the TrueType fonts that are on my computer. Your software, if you're using Bernina software, it will bring up the TrueType fonts that are on your computer. I'm going to actually scroll down here because I've already kind of browsed through there here, and I want to find the one I'm looking for, which is actually the one I'm going to stitch. Scroll a little bit longer here. Okay, here it is. It's called SkyPie. Some of the fonts, actually the names for the fonts are kind of interesting. Anyway, this one is SkyPie. It's kind of got a little bit of an elegant feel to it, but it also has a little bit of a whimsical feel. And I thought this was very close. It gave it the same feel, kind of what I was looking for. Let me zoom in here just a little bit so you can see this a little bit closer. But you can tell it's kind of got some of the same curlicues in the C, in the G, in the S, in the B. It's kind of got that same whimsical feel to it. I'm going to bring this quote panel and set it up here so you can kind of see. They do blend very, very well. They give it the same feel. So that's what I'm going to stitch. Now, would you have to use this type of font? No. You can use whatever font you want. If you are looking for a font that you're wanting to definitely let it set apart, you want it to have a definite different feel, you want it to really stand out, be bolder, then you're going to probably want to do something that is a little bit different than whatever type of font is on the fabric that you're using or whatever you're going to be stitching the project for. But usually you want to stay within the same feel, the same continuity to it, and you're going to have a great looking project. So I am going to actually start stitching this, and so I'm going to rotate this so I have it the other direction so I can send it to my machine. Let me zoom out here. I'm going to put my jumbo hoop on because I'm going to stitch this on my Bernina 730, and I'm going to send this to my USB stick, and I'm going to put that in my machine and start stitching. Okay, I sent the design to my machine and stitched it out. It just finished stitching, so I'm going to take the hoop off my machine and I'm going to show you what it looks like. It looks beautiful. The lettering is really, really pretty. It's stitched beautifully. It's a little bit lighter. It's not too heavy, which is what I was looking for, and it matches my quilt panel beautifully, just like that. So that's exactly what I wanted to achieve with my lettering, is I wanted something in the lettering that I stitched on my red fabric to blend well and provide the same continuity of what the garden panel already has. So the next time you start stitching lettering on your next embroidery project, think about what you want the lettering to look like, what kind of project you're doing, and if it already has lettering in it, Do you want to match that, or do you want it to stand out?